Scenic Hotel Group, a place to stay no matter your staycation. From the Legacy Collection, Scenic Hotels, Suites and Resorts, and Heartland Hotels. Find your place to stay at scenichotelgroup.co.nz.
Our Australian correspondent Saturday afternoons is Adam Peacock out of codesports.co.nz, codesports.co.nz. You might have picked up on the fact, Adam, that we've had a bit of rough weather over this side of the Tasman, particularly in the Auckland region. What's it like over your side of the ditch? Is it a reasonable day?
Mate, I'm at, oddly enough, for any of you rev heads listening this today, I'm literally walking down Conrod Strait at Bathurst.
What?
Like, on a walk. Yeah, my son's playing a football tournament up in Bathurst, so I've decided to come for a walk, and I went, why don't I walk the track? So, yeah, holy moly, I've just looked behind me and I've seen where they come from. I go, oh, imagine driving a car at 300 k's an hour down here. So, no, I'm literally walking Conrod Strait as we speak, so there you go.
Fantastic. So is it a public road, or is it, obviously it's public access for people to walk on. Could you drive it right now if you had a car?
Yeah, absolutely. But my son's got the car, so that's why I don't have it. That's why I'm walking. No, he's got the car at the tournament, so I've gone for a walk. But yeah, you can hop in, but I will say there's signs everywhere and there's speed cameras everywhere, so you can only go 60. I'm sure people try it on, but yeah, you can only go 60. No quicker, otherwise you're in trouble with the law.
All right. Well, good to have you with us from Bathurst as you wander towards your son's football tournament. Let's talk another tournament, the Australian Open. We've already chatted a bit about this on the show today. Novak Djokovic, Stefanos Tsitsipas, tomorrow night's men's singles final. Any way Tsitsipas wins this?
Yeah, there is, but he's going to have to play absolutely lights out. And unfortunately for him, from everything we've seen Novak at this tournament in his 6 matches so far, he's playing lights out, and when he does that, generally speaking, there's only one result. So Novak's got to have an off day, and Tsitsipas has got to pressure him somehow and stop him from dictating from the back of the court. Tommy Paul, his semi-final victim, made mention of the fact that he just couldn't play his own game because Novak returns so well that he gets the ball so deep from the straight away. You're under pressure on your serve all the time. So Stefanos can absolutely, he's one of the only guys in the draw that I could confidently say he has a chance of upsetting Novak and his rhythm, but it's going to be a tough ask. The guy is so good on that court.
Yeah, he has just been imperious, hasn't he? You know, I thought that he might be troubled by the likes of Rublev or even Dimitrov, you know, but he's just swept everybody aside imperiously, hasn't he? Yeah, he's playing so well. Look, Dimitrov probably a good opponent for him because he doesn't change for the height or whatever, doesn't serve volley. Rublev, a bit inconsistent. Dimitrov, for one reason or another, I can't work out why this guy hasn't had more success at a Grand Slam because he's got the game. But yeah, Tsitsipas, he's just a huge frame. You don't really picture on TV. He was actually staying in a hotel we were staying in at Melbourne. He is a seriously big unit, like as in he's 6'4" but wide. So he's so athletic. So, you know, he's a presence on the court. If he can use that physicality to not get in Novak's face a bit, but make this court look smaller, he's a chance. But, no, tough ask against this guy. What's the future for Alex de Minaur? Tell us a bit about him. We hear a lot about Kyrgios and I guess to a lesser degree Thanasi Kokkinakis. But what about Alex de Minaur? Is he a guy who could, rise up the rankings? Could he challenge for a major at some stage?
He can rise up the rankings. Whether or not he actually challenges for a major is another thing, because invariably he bumps into a top 10 guy at a Grand Slam and he can't get past it. He doesn't have the weapon, like the big weapons. Like he doesn't have a serve that's going to get him out of major trouble. He doesn't have a massive shot that if it lights up, he's indestructible on the court. He's just so good, an all-rounded game. So he's going to win tournaments. He's going to win a lot of prize money. He's going to retire one day with, 50 mil in the bank. So not feeling too sorry for him, but how is he going to get it through 7 best-of-5 matches? Well, he's going to need draws to open up. He's going to need an era where, there's a bit of inconsistency. And once Novak goes, there is going to be, I think, about 2 or 3 years where it's, going to dance around a bit. So Alex, he puts himself in the best possible condition to be able to capitalise. At the moment, it's not happening, but he just has to keep on doing that and maybe refine one of his shots to become an absolute weapon if he can at this stage of his career.
Let's go to the Big Bash. Brisbane Heat, Sydney Thunder last night in Sydney. The Heat winning this on the Duckworth-Lewis method. Obviously, there was a bit of rain around. Some of the key men for both sides, Kawaja and Labuschagne for Brisbane, David Warner for Sydney Thunder. These guys must be heading off to India for the Test Series shortly, are they? Will they be gone by the time the finals roll around in the Big Bash?
Yeah, well, last night was the first final. They were given leave to play in that because the Australian cricket team is doing a little mini camp in Sydney before flying out together early next week. 9th of Feb is the first test. I think they want to be on the ground at least 5 days beforehand, maybe a little bit more, which, like in previous tours, that's not the greatest idea to try and adapt to conditions that quickly, but that's the way it is these days with the calendar so squashed. Steve Smith's actually over in Perth. He's playing for the Sydney Sixers, but he'll fly back. He was given leave to go over there and do that. But after that, it's off. They've got to go into camp. So this is the point of the Big Bash, the scheduling. They've got to really be a bit more agile going forward with the scheduling about when the final is, when the finals are. Because it's worked this year. That having the Aussie players come back and play a few games, it's been spectacular. Steve Smith's been outstanding. So, yeah, they've got to look at the schedule, and it's unfortunate that the tournament's compromised by the players that got them to these positions in the finals are not going to be there for the finals. It's not ideal, but that's the world that the cricket world is at the moment with the huge amount of games on the calendar.
Yeah, we're about the same over here with our women. The Women's T20 World Cup in South Africa at the moment, so all of the best T20 players are leaving at the back end of our domestic T20 women's competition. So there's a similar, if not quite as significant, thing happening over here as well. Well, while I've been talking to you, I've heard zero traffic noise, Adam. So either your phone's excellent or nobody is trying to go up and down Conrod Straight at 160.
No one. It's weird, like no one's gone past me. Maybe they closed the track. I'm not sure, but it's so weird. Like walking at one of the world's most famous racetracks, and it's dead quiet, and you can literally walk down the middle of the road. It's odd.
Brilliant. Well, it's great to chat to you as always. All the best to your son for his football tournament, and look forward to catching up again same time next Saturday.
Sounds good. Thanks, Piney.
Thanks so much indeed, Adam. Adam Peacock there, our regular Saturday afternoon correspondent, codesports.com.au. I think I said .co.nz before, twice even. No, codesports.com.au is where Adam Peacock resides, as well as doing other bits and pieces as well. Our regular Saturday afternoon correspondent here on Weekend Sport.